November 22nd, 1963. Dallas, Texas. The weather was clear, sunny but cool. That morning, no one knew it would be a day when history would fracture. John F. Kennedy, America's young, charismatic president, was in Dallas as part of a campaign tour. Beside him were his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, Texas Governor John Connally, and Connally's wife Nellie. A motorcade through downtown had been planned. The goal was simple: greet the public, present a warm image. Around 12:30 p.m., the open-top black Lincoln Continental slowly entered Dealey Plaza. The crowd was excited. People were smiling, waving, children lifted onto shoulders. Jacqueline stood out in her pink suit. Kennedy looked relaxed. He smiled and waved to the crowd. And then, a cracking sound. Many people first thought it was a backfire or fireworks. Kennedy leaned slightly forward. The expression on his face shifted for a brief moment. A second shot. Governor Connally shouted that he'd been hit. A third shot. This time, Kennedy's head snapped backward. In the rear of the car, a horrifying moment unfolded. Jacqueline instinctively climbed toward the back of the trunk, later understood to be a reaction of shock. Those few seconds became the heaviest seconds in history. The driver accelerated. The car sped toward Parkland Memorial Hospital. Inside the vehicle there was panic, shouting, blood. Jacqueline Kennedy held her husband's head in her lap. Her pink suit was stained with blood. At 1 p.m., doctors announced that John F. Kennedy had died. He was 46 years old. He had been America's first television-age president. He governed in the middle of the Cold War. He had navigated the Cuban Missile Crisis. He had begun taking steps on civil rights. He was young. He represented hope. And suddenly, he was gone. Shortly afterward, police detained 24-year-old Lee Harvey Oswald, an employee at the Texas School Book Depository. The official investigation stated that the shots were fired from the building's 6th floor, and that Lee Harvey Oswald had acted alone. But the story did not end there. 2 days later, while being transferred from police headquarters, Oswald was shot and killed on live television by nightclub owner Jack Ruby. And so the questions never truly fell silent. Was there really only one gunman? Was there a larger plan? Dark forces within the state? The mafia? The CIA? Cuba? In 1964, the Warren Commission concluded that Oswald had acted alone. Yet over the years, countless investigations, books, and documentaries have raised different possibilities. The Kennedy assassination remains one of the most debated events in modern history. But beyond all the conspiracy theories, those few seconds in Dealey Plaza were something deeply human. A wife lost her husband. A country lost its leader. A generation lost its innocence. For millions watching on television, it was one of the moments when the world no longer felt safe. Until then, politics had felt distant. But for the first time, an assassination felt terrifyingly close, almost live. Kennedy's funeral was taken to Washington. He was buried at Arlington National Cemetery. The eternal flame burning at his grave still burns today. November 22, 1963, is not only the date of an assassination, it is also the end of an era. That young president riding in an open car became the symbol of one of America's most fragile moments. And in Dealey Plaza, time still seems to move a little slower.